So today we're going to paint the sails in a very close-up view. Let's think about what we're going to include, what we're going to add, what we're going to remove. I'm just throw a question over here. Look at the in front of the boat. Can you see in front of the boat on the left-hand side? It looks very tight in the reference, isn't it, huh? Maybe it would be nice to expand a little bit more room. That probably make it a little bit feel a little bit more less about hitting the wall, right? So this kind of thing you want to lay back a bit and thinking about what I would do. If you're going to leave a little bit more at the bottom over here, if that makes you feel a little bit better, in that case, you're going to do that, right? So let's use any color, mix any color we want to just take a little bit blue, maybe. Doesn't have to be very dark, so the light color you're going to bury under the later color, okay? So let's get a little tiny red and with a little bit Prussian blue, and let's take a look. And I'm going to move this a little bit tiny to the right side. And maybe at the bottom over here. And putting it right, maybe just slightly a little bit higher. Okay. So that's our first decision. And over here, that's good. I'm going to have even a little bit more. Like that. So always take your time at the beginning. The composition means a lot. For the success of the painting, right? So looking at the boat, the size of the boat, and I probably put it right here. Look at the reference, it's almost like a 1/3, right? You see that? So I can move a little bit tiny more over here, like this. That's just good. And you don't have to connect the line later. Just think about it. Just give a little bit more time. And now I can connect the other part of the boat, putting the shape. Putting that over here. And then here you go. That's good. Going down a little bit more. Coming onto here. So the top over here is a little bit light shape for the splash. Okay, here we go. So that's... And then also the water over here. And keep that over there and kind of have the water. And then have a little bit more extended on the other side. Like that. Okay, this is good. Alright, that's one big decision. Second, I'm going to take a look at the shape of the sail. From here, go all the way to the top over there. Okay, like this. Oh, look at that one more time. Okay, that's good. And from here, all the way going up. That's one. Let's take a look at the bottom of this. If you're feeling easier to do it with the graphite pencil, it will be the same thing. The thinking process still the same. What you are looking for, what is important, right? So over here, the bottom over here, I'm going to put that little mark over here. And then where's this going to end? It's going to end it here. So that's it actually looks good. And I'm going to have it, look at the angle. I think this is good. I'm going to have that over here. Okay, a little bit lower. Like that. That's good. Like that. So if you're feeling kind of, oh, I want to erase it, water, okay, that's easy. Okay, let's continue. Let's coming on to this side. Here we go. Like that. Coming down over here. That's the shape. It's pretty good. Very big. I like that. And then I'm going to use over here, use a little bit color coming all the way up like this. This is quite dark, so I can have it up over here all the way. Look at that. One more time. Don't rush. Like that. That would be a nice shape. Okay. Maybe a little bit different, but I think this shape looks good. Like that. And of course, I can also have a little bit tiny more blue. And even just put that right here like this. So it's enforce the form of that. That's okay. And we're not starting the paintings. This consider a drawing step, right? Just continue looking at things. Let's see that is going to be a little separation and on the different value over here. And so this belong to 1. Okay, belong to 1. I'm going to have that up over here. And then there's another shape over here belong to here. Like that. Okay. Slow down. Don't try to do it too fast. And I'm going to have something over here. This is also coming up. There's another part. Like this. This is good. We're going to have some other shape over here later. And let's take a look at other places. So, the water, the top of the water, right? That's the horizon line. Right here. Okay, here we go. Making sure is, unless you're intentional, okay, make sure is horizontal, okay. It's horizontal this way. Okay, here we go. Like this. And onto this side. Okay, this is good. So it's going to be, this is very, very horizontal line. So give a little good suggestions. And there's some people over here. We may go into look into that in a moment, so that we may be able to leave around the light shape. Okay, so this is good, very important. And now let's take a look at the wave over here, and take a look at the wave of here. That's good, coming down like that. You can see a little bit light shape on the outside over here. So this is good. And a little light shape at the front over here, a little bit, like that. So when we start the painting, we're going to start with the flat brush, so that we can manage the outside much quicker, and also wet into wet if we need to have something smoother. Okay, let's take a look at, there is a boat right over here. What do you think about this boat? This boat is kind of distracting over here. What about if I'm going to move this boat to here? What do you think? I move this boat and coming over here. Now I'm going to have the boat over here. So that's kind of distracting from the sail shape. Okay, I'm going to have a little bit more light shape over here like that. So this is going to be this boat right here. What do you think? Or maybe not. If you don't like it, and you can maybe just delete it, remove it. Maybe not as this long. Okay, let's see. Let's see how it look. Maybe a little shorter, maybe a little softer, maybe a bit lighter. But that's okay. It's just not standing out too much. So I'm going to actually move the sails over here. That's a simple light shape like that. So I do want to just paint around the triangle like that. And maybe another triangle over here like that. Okay, so some of the light shape like this. So be less competition. Okay. I think this one even move a little bit more to the outside. So, or I maybe just change the corner over here. Maybe get a little bit more in over here, instead of like too much of competing with that boat. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to soften that a little bit over here. You see that? That's fine. Just soften it. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to spend some time to draw the outline of the peoples on the boat. So I'm going to just use a little bit like a brown color. Okay, light brown color. That's good. Okay, now take a look. And there is a person over here. And you may not really want so many people. Okay, like a little bit over here. That's good. Like that, the arm over here, also brown color. And you can make the shape. And there's a person over here, the face, and with the yellow head, like that. And maybe the arm over here. And that's it. I don't need anyone in the back. Or maybe this person a little bit closer, right here, like that. That's just fine. And let's take a look over here. There is an important person and doing the work on the back. Okay, that's good. Just look for the shape. Okay, don't look for the person. You know it's a person, but in order to draw the person, the shape is only thing you need. Find it. And that's the person over here. You can see the leg, and that's their head. Okay, so the back over here is the light shirt. I'm gonna keep that. That's good. And only you know what is it. That is fine. Just make sure you get it right. There's a person standing up over here. You can see the arm only. And the legs. Yeah, the two legs. Like that. That's good enough. Okay. And then make sure that we know that is the light shape. And then something over here. So be patient. Don't rush it. Okay, every step count toward the success of your final painting. Okay, that's good. And then I'm going to have this coming down a little bit. Down a little bit. Okay, that's good. So this is the top of the boat. Okay, this is good. Now we may be just going to be ready to start the painting. Any questions at this point? I have a question for you. This is not white, right? So should we paint this first before we paint the outside? If you paint this, and while is this area still wet, and you cannot paint the outside immediately because the color is going to merge into each other. So we can paint this later, or we can paint this now. But as watercolor, if you paint this later, the outside color already dry, the water touching the edge is still going to merge the color or affecting the color if you touch it, the outside color. So with that thought, I'm going to paint the color, the lighter color first. So the watercolor is pretty dry pretty fast, okay? And I'm going to just use a little gray color. The gray color, which is all three colors together, okay? Just take a little yellow. Just take a little red, okay? That would be, too much. I'm going to get a little bit blue. That's good. Like that. So take a look and see that? That is a good color. So I'm going to take a look, a little bit more water, a little bit more red, a little bit more blue. I need a lot more color. Hi. So I'm going to start over here. Here you go. The whole area. Like that. Here you go. Like this. That's good. All right. and coming over here, and coming a little bit more over here, a little bit more in. Okay, that's good. Right? So we just cover this area. All right, that's good. Okay, you see this seems like a little bit dark, but it's just not really dark because this color against to the white. After we paint the darker color on the outside, it's going to be different. So since it's still wet, right? So we need to find a place that is just not touching to this to start. So that's just a good place to start is the water. So I'm going to start from the water. I wanted to start from the sky, right? Originally. So now I'm going to just get the red and the Prussian blue, okay, or the Winsor blue green shade. So I'm going to try to have it as dark as I can. Okay, I'm going to see this. So, this is quite light. Okay, here you go. Like that. If you see a little bit light gap, keep it. Okay, it will be a nice suggestion. So I'm going to have a lot more blue. This is the green shade blue color. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more red. A lot more blue. That's just good. Now, here we go. Like that. Okay, just use the corner of the brush. And coming over here, that's good. There's that. See that? That's good. Look for things. And I'm going to have a little bit more gap over here too. Okay, that's good. And look for the larger shape. Okay, over here. Yep. And coming a little bit dry brush. Look at that. That has this golden. I really like that. Okay, coming over here. A little bit dry brush like that. And just use the corner of this. The brush. Okay, see that? That's good. And coming over. That's good. And I'm going to have something over, keep a little bit light shape. Okay, I'm going to break a little bit over here. That's good. I'm going to have something going up over here like this. And carry on. Also going to use a little bit light shape over here too. Like that. That's good. Take a look at. And wow, okay, that's good. Keep a little the light shape. Now I'm gonna have something a little bit even darker. I'm gonna coming back over here as we're doing the things at the bottom over here. It's gonna getting dry, so we're gonna back to the sky very soon. Okay. Have fun, okay? I'm going to have this a little bit darker. Set a little bit darker in over here. That's good. I also have just the few hair at the corner of this brush. So this just keep it to be fun, okay? Like that. That's good. I'm going to also have a little bit darker color. So just gliding through this, so you can see that it's a little bit darker color. It's showing the water. That's just good, right? I'm gonna have this even darker at the bottom over here. Look at the shadow. Here we go. A little bit darker over here, like that. That's good. All right, let's continue. So I'm going to take a little bit more of as the color progress to the top, it actually have a little bit more of the blue color, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just take a little water and let go too much of the red in here. Just take a little bit more, just the blue color. I'm going to put it over here. Now just a little bit more, just the blue. Okay, a little bit more of the blue. That's just good. Now, here we go. Now we're going to keep going. And take a look at the side of the boat over here. Now I'm going to paint that shape. Okay, that's good. That's good. And keep that simple. And just trust the brush. Okay, don't try to control it. Control won't work with watercolor. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to have this. Take a look at. Here you go. Go with it. Whatever is going to happen, it's going to help you. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's get a little bit more. And take a look over here that we have a light shape. Here you go. Get that light shape. And also have a little bit more light shape. So keep that little light shape going. And take a look over here. And the top over there, there's a little light shape over here too. And actually, if you get used to painting with this flat brush, you actually can have lots of good control. Just looking at the corner. Now I'm going to come back over here and start going to go for the horizon line. Okay, that's good. And coming over here, look at that. There's a little bit horizon line like that. Put a little shape over there. That's good enough. So that's good. I'm going to coming over. Okay, we already have some shape. Already have the guideline. That's good, right? And this might be a little bit too light. So, here you go. Here you go. That's good. Still leave enough light shape. Okay, that's good. Like that. And take a look. The color can be a little bit more blue. I'm going to just take a little bit more blue. And you see that when I'm taking the color, I only painting right now with the corner of this brush. So I'm only taking the color with the corner. So you don't have to use the whole brush. Sometimes you do, right? Okay, here you go, like that. And use a larger brush. It actually makes you focus more on the bigger element, the bigger shape. Okay, it would be helpful for you to get the consistent, cohesive relationship. But again, you don't have to make this all finish. Okay, do as much as you can. We can also come back to light up some area if we want to. Okay, like that. Now I'm going to come back onto this side. Okay, from here all the way to the left side, like that. That's good. Now I'm going to painting this dark enough so the shape of the boat will show. Here you go. That's good. That's good. Like that. Okay. We're going to keep it like that for now. We're going to come back. Okay. That's good. I'm going to have a little bit more, tiny more blue. Okay. Actually, I want to have this a little bit darker. A little bit more contrast. That's good. Now, what we're going to do, now this is all dry, right? Now, we're going to come in back to the top. I have this medium water washer. I have two sides. You can see that one side, I use it a lot right now. So wash your brush as much as you can, and then come in here to wash it again so that you have the brush can be a lot cleaner, right? So I'm going to take it over here. Take this color. That's just good enough. I'm going to just use this color. So it's coming over here. That's good. And take a look at the shape. I'm going to go through this. That's all right. That's good. Like that. And then come to a little bit over here. This is still wet at the bottom. So I don't have to actually get close into it. Okay. And also there's the mountain at the bottom. So don't need to worry too much. So is that too light or maybe a little bit darker. So I'm going to get a little bit tiny more blue and put that on the top over here one more time. Okay, like that. That's fine. Okay, it feels like a little bit cloud or something. So I'm going to come back over here into this side. Okay, here we go. And all the way here. Look at the shape. Okay, that's good. Like that. Beautiful. Okay, a little bit bended, a little bit curved. That's good. That's good. That's the shape. That's good. At the bottom over here. And that is going to be the mountain. So I'm going to dab on it to make it a little bit uneven, feeling like maybe the cloud, right? That will be fine. The sky is there. So gradually, we're getting things covered nicely. So at the bottom over here, I'm going to soften a little bit so it doesn't have to have a very sudden when I do the mountain. Okay, like this. Here you go. A little bit softer. That's just fine. And over here too, I can make a little bit softer, like that. This is good. And I know there's something a little broken over here, so I don't need to rush to that. That's just fine. And I maybe wait a little bit, let it dry first, and then I'm going to lift it off. Okay. So by the way, the paper I'm using the new Meeden watercolor paper cold press. Compare the prices. The same 10 by 7 inches, 140 pound, 20 sheets, cold press paper block, 100% carded. Meeden paper is about $16, but the Arches paper is $36. And now, before the end of this August, use the link and code in the description. You can get 15% discount. That makes a block of Meeden paper like this to be only about $14. What we're going to do at this point, and we can paint the boat over here. Okay, so first I'm going to take maybe a little bit blue and red. Not much, very light under this side. Here you go. I can put a little shape like that. Simple shape. Down over here have just a little bit tiny darker right at the bottom over here. That's good. Like this. So a little shape. Now I'm using the calligraphy brush so that we can develop some smaller shape. Now on the other side, that's the blue and the red. A little bit tiny red. Like that. That's good. Take a look at this shape. We're going to get the form of the boat right. Okay, here we go. Look for the shape. Patient. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, take a look on this side. That's good. Like that. I'm going to get even a little bit more blue into this. I see that a little bit more blue. Put that right over here. That's good. Now the rest, I'm going to start using a little bit water. Now just make it a little bit lighter. Come and extend it. You don't need to wash the brush. It just add more water to it. That's good. Like that. Here you go. Look at it. And the bottom over here already dries, so it's just fine. I'm gonna just touching on it. That will be fine. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna lift this a light because that is the wave at the bottom over here. Now I cover the whole shadow side of the boat. And I see that the top over here can be even a little bit deeper, a little bit darker. So in that case, I'm going to get more blue, and with a little red, I'm going to put that even more like that, because the wet into wet, it would gradually make the color blending in. That's just fine. And over here you can see a little bit reflection of the sky on the boat. You can put that in here too. And the outside is actually a little bit darker, so we can make it even more separate in a bit. Okay, that's good. And okay, now it's getting there. Now we can come back to fix this. Okay, you don't want to do that when it's wet. Now I'm going to clean the brush, right? So this brush is already clean. That's good. And shape it so that it's straight. Now what I want to do, I'm just going to 45 degrees toward the edge. As I keep doing that. And you don't want to do it in other angles. It may not work, okay? So 45 degrees-ish, like to the paper. You can see that? It's pretty good, isn't it, huh? Soft enough. So after I draw the line, this is going to be very, very minimum. Okay, this is good. Now, all right. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to do the mountain. After do the mountain, and the shape of the sails, it will show. So that is our next step. Okay, what color is it? So we're going to do the one and it a little bit more distance. So what color is this? We don't want it to be standing out too much. And so I'm going to just take a little bit blue with a little tiny red. Not much. Okay, just more of the blue. That's just good. That should be good enough. So we're going to have this shape like that. But this is a little bit kind of parallel. So I'm going to merge that over here. Just put that shape over here. So this showing is the distance mountain, right? Maybe a little bit more if you wanted to, but I think it's good enough. And I'm going to take a look over here. There's distant mountain over here. But this may be too dark. So I'm going to just take the water to make this a little bit lighter. All right, that's the mountain. One mountain. It's kind of like maybe a little smoother, like that. That's good. All right, so this is still wet, so I'm not going to be able to do another one because it's going to be all merged together. Cannot really tell, right? So what we're going to do now, we're going to find something else that's not affected to each other. So I'm going to get a little bit tiny more blue. Okay, I'm going to take it from here. Take that shape. This shape. Ready. Okay, here you go. Look at that. All the way coming up. Put it down. Here we go. Now I'm going to use a larger. Here we go. Here we go. Now we can see that how dark it's supposed to be, right? And better. Okay, here we go. Now, what I want to do is just clean the brush. So open it up a little bit wider. Now I'm going to just make that softer. Here you go. That's good. The bottom over here, a little bit sharper. Like that. And obviously, that needs to be darker, but we don't want to do it right now. This needs to be more more flat on this side. But if we do it right now, it's going to merge together a little bit too quick. So hold on it. So plus the background is ready for us to continue. So we're going to take a little bit more blue. So your mind always kind of like from one place to the other place and thinking about the timing. Timing is very crucial in watercolor. Okay, here we go. Coming over here and coming down. Okay, start a little bit soft. And now I'm going to put this shape right here. That's good. And have another shape for the body of the boat. Here you go. Now we can make this happen. Okay. And maybe a little bit darker. So here we go. A little bit darker. Like that. Okay, a little bit more blue color. Even get a little bit tiny yellow. And here you go. Like that. Here you go. That's good. Now coming over here. And then we come over here. Look at this sail. That triangle. Okay, here we go. Right, is that fun? Okay, here we go. And then we're gonna put another sail right here. Okay, that's good. Okay, we can have even more if you want to, okay? Okay, that's good. We can have some very small sail over here too. Okay, that's good. Okay, leave a little light gap. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to come back to our reconfirm a little bit darker color for the closer mountain. So let's continue and take a look at over here, the line over. Now we need to do the work of paint around the light shape of the people over here. That's good. The light head. Like that. That's pretty good. On this side, I also have a little blue color. That's good. Maybe a little bit tiny more. Okay, here we go. A little bit tiny more. So we don't have to come back to do that again. Okay, on this side is ready. So I'm going to have that over here. Keep going that. That's a little bit too clear. And we want that to be that clear. So we're going to see that over here. That's another mountain. Okay, step on it so the color can travel in. Okay, that's good. That's good, right? On the other side, we want it to be lighter. So just take the water. Here we go, like that. And we also close this. So make this a little bit more straight. That's good. And going down over here. A little bit more. That's good. All right. So we're gonna do another round on this side, and it would finish the background. Ooh, we almost missed that. If somehow you missed the white shape, it's okay. You can just you just need to use the gouache white, the opaque paint, to revise that space. But this is fine. It's good. Have that. And the bottom over here. Okay. Now this should be dry enough I'm going to come back onto this side to have a little bit tiny more blue color. Here you go. Now, for this color, I don't use too much water. Okay, you see that it's kind of a little dry. Now I'm going to take a look over here. Oh, that's a little bit too dark. So I'm going to let go as much and take a look at. That's good. And coming down over here, that's another layer of mountain. Okay, here we go. Like that. So at the bottom over here, you don't have to make it so flat. You can have, because that a little bit closer and closer to us. And the space, right? I'm going to have that coming down all the way here. To give a little bit hint. That's together. Okay, it's pretty good. And actually at the bottom over here, see some suggestions of the houses of something. So we can use a little bit tiny more, just the yellow and the red. Okay, here you go. Yeah, a little bit tiny more red, like that. That's good. So we can actually put that color a little bit over here to show it. It's a little bit closer. Okay, that's good. All right, that's good. The background is pretty good. Now coming back onto this side using the same color. Now here we go. I'm going to do this. It's a little bit soft. This is good. Like that, coming down over here. And close up to the bottom here. So at the top over there, maybe have something just a little bit clear if you want to, like that. Just dip the color in. That's fine. Okay. Put over here too. A little bit more clear. So this is good. The whole outside is already dry. Now look back to this. It doesn't really look that, right, that dark. It's actually look very light. So we're going to keep it like that, unless you want to put another wash in a little bit later. But the next thing we're going to do, we're going to decide on that a little bit later. But next thing we're going to do is just get the blue color over here. We're going to make this a little bit more clear. Okay, see that? A little bit more clear. Coming all the way up. That's good. Now you see that? That's a little bit more flat. That's good. Sometimes you just have to do it a few more times. Like that. This is good. Now, after that, we're going to start adding some lighter shape. That lighter shape also have a little bit more red. You can see that if it's not just blue, it must have a little red to it, or even have a little bit yellow, right? Now we're going to take a look over here. There's a shape coming over there, and there's another shape, a light shape over here coming down over here, and also seeing that shape, the kind of translucent shadow. I'm going to put a little shape over here. And there's a little shape over here. And another line. That's good. Here we go. Now we're going to see just a little bit tiny, very light color over here as we talk about this as a part of another. So we can just put it right there. That's good. So give it a little bit more hint of different layer. Okay. Like that. And we can also just have a little bit color over here too, like that. Have a feel. So give a little bit more movement, a little bit softer, like that. That's just good. And now come to the edge over here. Also have a little bit red. We're going closer and closer to the end of the painting. I'm gonna have that a little bit more gray Well, think about gray color. In the three color together, you got to have all three together. Okay, otherwise it's not going to be great. So this color is pretty good. There's a little bit gray, a little bit more greenish gray. Okay, that's good. Let's take a look over here. And like that. Okay, here we go. That's the edge over here. Have a little big shape coming down like this. Okay, here we go. Now coming over here, there's a shape coming this way. Okay. And over here too. That's good. Like that. Now I can use just the clean water. Now I'm going to bring this out a little bit. Break the shape a little bit. And also have a little bit over here too. And edge over here a little bit lighter. You don't have to make it exactly look like the reference. It's go with how you feel. I think that's what's good enough for that shape. Okay, what else we're gonna do? Also, I use this color. Also put it over here too. Have a little big shadow like that. That's good. Also the edge over here. Have a little color like that. And this is good. All right. So the color of the boat over here. And now my eyes just keep traveling from one place to the other place. So I'm gonna have this focusing on the balance. Okay. Now I'm gonna have this a little bit more, look like a more reflection of the cloud, the sky. And also on this side, looks like that is gonna be a little bit more together. But this already dry, so whatever you do is fine, okay? Okay, that's good. I have it like that. And the bottom over here, a little bit darker, like that. And squint your eye to see whether or not they actually make it look better. So I think they're softer over there. Now, why don't I spend a little bit of time to the water, right? So we need to have the little bit dry brush, okay? Have a little bit blue, but I'm gonna let go most of the water, okay? Like that. To see, we can just put that little bit shadow. That's good. I like that. And over here too, just use the dry brush. Okay, that's good. A little bit over here too. And then I'm gonna take a little bit tiny more blue, especially at the bottom of this. And okay, that's good. A little bit more. And maybe a little bit edge over here, just touch it on it. That's good. And have a little bit more that like that. That's good. And also see that the color over here, she's the white and coming in. So I have a little bit more like light shape. Yeah, would definitely give a lot of warmth for interpretations. So the outside over here, I can make that is a little bit darker. And here you go, a little bit shape, even a little bit darker over here. Here we go. Now we're getting into more and more dynamic in the water. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna make that a little bit darker too. It's because when the wave crash and up and down, it actually see a little bit more shadow. That's good. Over here too. So we need to like light up some area. So I'm going to use the flat brush. Okay. Now here we go. We're getting there. We put the things connected. Now over here, for example, I'm going to have this light shape coming a little bit more in here. It just need to use a little bit at the corner of this. Just light it up a bit. Okay, that's just good enough. Don't do too much. Over here, I'm going to show that wave is coming this way, like that. That's good. Great. And take a look over here. we want to have a little light shape coming down this way. You see how easy that can be done. Okay, here we go. This is good. And then I'm going to make this a little bit softer. Okay, this a little bit softer light. Okay, make this a little bit lighter too. Okay, that's good. Like that. Okay, over here, extend it. Expand a little bit, make it a little bit lighter. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna have this shape extend a little bit more in over here. Very well. That's good. All right. Now, it's almost done. Let's put some color on top of the boat. And there's a little bit warmer color. So, what's that color? First, gonna mix the brown color. Get the yellow and the red, right? That's orange. And add a little bit tiny more blue. And that would be the brown color. Simple logic. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna have, maybe this is too bright, so I'm gonna get a little bit tiny more blue. Okay, here you go. That's probably better. Here we go. Now I'm gonna take a little bit darker color shape over here. That's good. And here you go. And a little bit more brown color coming down over here for the gap. And the top over here have a little bit darker color. That's good. And look for the shape. Look for the shape. That's easy. Okay, like that. That's good. And over here, we also have some gray color. So I'm going to have a little bit darker color over here, and I have a little gray color over here. So, like that. And filled in some. That's a little bit more gray. So I'm going to mix a little bit more blue into this. So, here we go. A little bit tiny more. I'm going to fill in that color over here. So, that's good. Now I'm going to put the shadow side of those people. So get a little bit blue, mostly just the blue color. And here you go. I'm going to take a look at the person sitting over here. The front of her is, or him, and just their shadow. Okay, here you go. Some shadow like that. And that the head, okay, this person, and a little bit more blue, and then the head over here. Here you go. That's good. And this is the shadow of the body, and for him, and except the left side have a little light. The whole thing is their shadow. Okay, that's good. And after that drive, I will come back to give a little bit more indication. And then we're going to do the lines, and then it's almost there. But before we go further on that, I want to come back over here to retouch the bottom of the boat. This needs to be going up a bit and then down. So I'm going to just get the blue color and a little red. So if you want to be darker than the blue, you have to add the red color into it. Okay, here we go. And here you go. Like that over here. That's good. I'm going to have that little line. Ooh, that's good. I'm going to have that like this. So if you're following me in the lessons and you gradually adapt the way I'm thinking, making decisions, okay, says, but also try on your own painting, your own reference, and to see whether or not you are using all the technique, okay, or the same way of thinking. I'm sure you're going to get better and better, and then you're going to have your own way of decision making process. But if you don't have that yet or feeling a little bit still a little weak, okay, learn it following my process, and you're going to get better and better. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have this a little bit darker too. Now, I like that. This is pretty good. A little big shape. Up, and that's good. All right, that fixed the issues. Now, I do think this is still too light, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make another layer of wash. So you can see that if you, at the beginning, whatever you do over there, and is not the real color, okay? This is not the real final result that you want. You have to see after you put all the color in place, and then you're going to make a better judgment, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just take this color with a little blue, and that probably good. And I'm just going to take it from here, like that. That's fine. Now you see a little bit dimmer, right? A little bit tiny more blue. A little bit more, like that. That's good. But don't make this darker than the outside. That's very important. So now I'm going to take a look over here. And this can be also a little bit darker. Okay, that's good. Like that. Very nice. And also a little bit softer, like that, coming down. So this is good enough. And we're just going to wait until it dries, and then we're going to do the lines, right? Okay. And at this point, we're going to do something to the sailboat. How's that? And yeah, when you look at it from distance, it actually looks pretty good already. We just have to tighten up all the end. Okay, this is good. Now let's put a little color to the little bit deeper colors to the boat. So now I'm gonna mix the yellow and the red and the blue, right? Even more blue because some area even darker. Here we go. Now I'm gonna have that painting into this person, the head, like this, and then this a little bit darker, and this a little bit darker. Okay, and then over here a little bit darker shape, have a little bit tiny more blue, a little bit darker shape right there, and over here, and get a little bit red, a little bit warmer. I'm gonna have that tiny over here. Now getting better and better. Here we go. Now a little bit more this color, and this also showing this his arm. Okay, and I can have his leg coming down like that, and his arm on this side. Okay, and have a little bit more darker for the shadow. Okay, here you go. Okay, also under over here you can see a little break a little bit, and the face of this person a little bit more darker in the shadow. Okay, here you go, like that. Here you go, that's good. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna have a little bit, now tiny, and the arm, showing the arm of this guy, and also the leg one and another one over there. Right? It's pretty good. And then a little bit lighter, which is a little bit just orange color. And for the light in the arm in the light shape. So get a little bit more. It needs to be much lighter because it's the light side. So I'm going to put that right here. So not necessarily connected to that shape yet. Right? So this is good. I'm going to have a little bit brown color. And adding that, see the person right over here, the front, the whole thing in the front. And then I'm going to have a little bit yellow color. So showing is the head. Right? And putting that little yellow color on top of her. Assuming it's a her. Okay. And I'm going to have a little bit more for the face of that. Okay. And I'm going to have a little bit brown color. You see, it feels like a little bit tedious color details, but it would really help to tell this story. Okay, that's good. That's good, like that. And I'm going to have a little bit tiny darker for the pants of the man standing up. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to put that right here. Here you go. That's good. Like that. And on the back over here, around the arm. Okay. That's pretty good. Similar color for this man. Okay. Right, it's good. All right. Now, the last thing we're going to do, we're going to do all the lines. Now, here we go. All right. We're going to do the hardest or the easiest. Let's do the easy one. Okay. The curve is the easy. So I'm going to mix the color first. I'm going to get this kind of almost like a just dark color, right? So I'm going to take this all the color together, press a little blue. So this is a pretty good color for the lines. Okay, this is good. Not very, very deep. Okay, here you go. This brush has a very, very tip, very sharp tip. So hopefully it help. So get really careful with this, how much pressure you're gonna put it on. So mostly you are doing that with the couple here in the tip. I'm gonna put that right here. That's good. And take a look at this line over here, like this. Sometimes you do have to hold your breath when you do something like that. I'm gonna have the bottom over here, a little bit more, very thin. That's good. And I'm gonna have a little line over here, like that. That's good. And a couple line. That's good. There's a line at the bottom over here. And there's another line. Also holding my breath. That's why I'm not talking. Okay, here you go. That's good. Like that. Okay. And I do want to also put the heavier shape. Okay, get a little bit blue with this. I'm going to have this a little bit heavier shape. Okay, right in here. See that? That's from here. Let's take a look. That's good. And that's good. I have that. Now, Here we go. Now let's put the line at the bottom over here. Okay, here we go. Let's see. So I'm going to have, also his face a little bit darker. Okay, now I'm going to have the line over here to here. That is a gathering over here. Here we go. Start over here. That's good. Yeah, holding your breath would help. And have some another line. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have another line over here. Like that. That's good. I'm gonna have some line coming down over here. Few line like that. Take your time. Okay, don't rush. And the line over here. Maybe one more line coming down over here. Okay, it's good. All right, that's good. I'm gonna have a line coming onto this side. And from here, going to, okay, there's a line all the way to the tip over here. That's good. And then we can have some curved line coming down this way. But we'll take care of that later. But this line we can do. Okay. That's good. I'm going to have a line over here. Wonderful. Okay. Now we're going to do the curved line this way. But before we do that, we're going to separate the shape. Okay, here we go. I'm going to separate this shape like that. That is a shape over here. Okay. And there's a shape coming up over there. Okay, that's another shape coming from here. Oh, this is still wet. I should not rush that much, and my hand is landed over here, so I'm going to make it a little bit softer. That's fine. Okay, maybe I do something else on the other side. So maybe it's coming back to the front over here. Okay, let's take a look. And take a look at maybe a little bit darker. Get a little red with the blue. That's good. Okay, like right here. We have a line over here coming down. That's good. And have a line over here, start from here, coming down over here. Okay, that's good. That's fine, like that. And also we're gonna draw the line of the top of the boat, like that. Here you go. Here we go, that's good. Keep going. Like that. That's good. Okay. That's nice. A little bit softer over here. Okay. Now we're going to draw this few line. We become very critical. And let's take a look. Don't use too much water. Okay, here you go. Okay, let's take a look. And here you go. The most critical, I'm going to do this one. From here to all the way there. If there's somehow you can use a stick to have your hand a little bit more steady, but not using your brush. And let me see. I'm going to have it like this. Here we go. I'm going to try it. So use my finger over here, touching over here. So we're going to see. It may not work, but it works to try. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Now I'm going to continue the line. Try to get this straight. It's very, very important. Okay, if I can do that from my left hand side going to the right hand side. I'm right-handy, so it's a little bit easier for me. That's good. That line I'm gonna have, oh, there's a little detail over here, a little big shape like that. Also a little big shape coming over here. Okay, we'll take care of that later. We're gonna have another line, and here you go, have another line all the way. That's good. We have another line on the edge over the side over here. That's good. One more like that. That's okay. And have the also the maybe to catch the shadow of the line coming up like this. Okay, that's getting not too bad. That's a little bit darker over here. Now I'm going to take a look at, there's a line from here. The other is a little bit more relaxing, and this line is okay, and this line, that's okay. And coming through, now I'm going to have a little bit tiny lighter. Okay, and take a look at, okay, I'm going to have this, maybe, yeah, they're not actually parallel like that. So I'm going to take it from here, one line, and here you go. The width, take a look at the width. Another line. That's good. Okay, keep going. Slow down. Hold your breath. Okay, okay, so over here we also have different, and here you go, like that. Observe. Okay, that's good. That's good. And onto this side. That's interesting. And this all the way from here all the way into here, like that. 1, 2, And this is a little bit easier. It's a curved line. Okay, how is it? So far? So far so good, isn't it? That's good. Now onto this side. And coming down like this. And all the way down over here. This may be too dark. I'm going to let go some. And here you go. Now I'm going to, since I started from the top, I'm going to put that right over here like that. There you go. Right here. There we go. Okay, and down the bottom over here. Now I can take a look. This. Here we go. Keep it more consistent. Okay. All right, I'm going to come back over here to make this more consistent. Okay, here you go. That's good. Now I'm going to have the line coming down. Okay, this can be a little bit tiny darker. Okay, that's those lines. Here we go. This line from here all the way like that. That's good. I'm going to have some line like this. It's more like it's easy. Okay, coming down more like this. And actually this is all the way coming down all the way over here. Like that. And some line all the way coming onto this side. Okay, some are kind of like cast shadow. Okay. A big line coming over here. And a few more lines. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now I'm going to add some of the gray color. Gray color shape like that. So a little bit over here. Okay, that's good. And then a little bit darker. That's good. A little bit over here. Okay, that's good. That's over here too. A little bit over here. That's good. That we're gonna have another line coming down from the top over here. All the way here. Like that. Okay, that's good. And don't miss there's a little red color. I'm just going to make a little bit orange color. So I'm going to take a little bit red, put a little yellow. Okay, I'm going to put that right here. Okay, now I'm just going to put the red at the bottom. A little bit more like darker shadow. Okay, here we go. If you want to be brighter, you can always use a little bit gouache white. Okay, now come back over here. Here we go. I'm going to have this a little bit more clear. And also have a little bit more clear shape. Like that. And here you go. Coming all the way down. And I think that's pretty good to end, but on the top over here, I'm going to add a little bit more darker in the sky, just to making this more fun. Okay, a little bit tiny more. Okay, a little bit more like that. That's good enough. Okay, now I'm going to just soften this, so don't need to competing. Okay, take that a little bit away. So just make the sky feel a little bit more less flat. That's good. All right, and the top over here too. Okay, can do the same thing. And the top over here, here you go. Give a little bit more blue. Now make this sky a little bit more changeable. That's good, softer. Let's call this painting finished.